This Saturday, Virginia Opera is going to welcome everyone to the downtown Norfolk waterfront as they and Festivents team up for a wonderful afternoon and evening of opera. But it's not just opera, there's a lot more to it. And the Virginia Opera in the Park has expanded each and every year. For this third annual, we've invited John Kennelly in. He is the producing director for Virginia Opera and is working closely with the Opera in the Park concert and is going to tell us a thing or two about it. John, it started off just, I think, as the singers from the operas presenting some arias and ensembles, but it's grown much, much bigger, hasn't it?
Well, it has grown a little bit bigger this year. We're partnering with Festivents, Norfolk Festivents, and Wells Fargo Private Bank to present this third annual Opera in the Park. The fun begins at 4 o'clock when the gates open, and from 4 to 6 we have a whole lot of family-friendly, fun activities with the Virginia Symphony, the Norfolk Public Library, Salem High School, Soundscapes, and of course Virginia Opera. There will be educational and fun activities for the family. We're also going to have a sort of warm-up act at 4:30. The children from the Virginia Children's Chorus are going to do a short performance, and they're just back from an international tour, I believe. So that will be a lot of fun, and it'll be great for people to see all of the talent that we have right here in Hampton Roads.
Indeed. And I notice an emphasis on children. You have the Virginia Children's Chorus, you have children's activities. This is, of course, a good way to get children accustomed to opera.
Well, it is a good way to get children accustomed to opera, and what do most children have? Parents, and a lot of times parents have a hard time getting to the opera with their youngsters, and so this is a great opportunity for parents of young children to not only associate their children with the art form, but themselves as well. Perhaps they're missing it.
Yes, a good point, because a lot of parents with young children now are those that are the baby boomers who grew up perhaps with rock and roll in their ears rather than opera. So a lot of the parents will actually learn something and be introduced to opera this way.
Exactly. And what we're going to then do at 6 o'clock is we're going to have a concert featuring the cast of our upcoming production of Aida, which opens October 1st. And we're going to do a lot of opera hits. A lot of people probably already know and don't even know that they know.
Exactly.
We're going to mix in some Broadway hits again from music that people know or don't know that they know. And we're going to have, as I said, our cast of Aida, including Mary Elizabeth Williams and Janice Goldburn and Gustavo Lopez Manziti, who are our leads in Aida, as well as the rest of the cast and some other special guests. We're also going to have this year the Virginia Opera Chorus.
Oh, great.
This is our main stage chorus that is performing in Aida. It's a 36 voices strong, and they're going to be doing some selections. We are also going to have our chorus from Hansel and Gretel, which this year, it's a first for us. We're using the students from the Governor's School for the Arts to perform the role of the chorus in Hansel and Gretel, and so we're really excited about that.
Again, an emphasis on some younger voices. Just the wonderful mix of Broadway and opera, I think it will open some eyes and some ears, because opera is, when you come right down to it, just a good show, just like some Broadway shows.
It really is. It may require a little bit of planning on the part of the audience member. Maybe they want to listen to some of the music in advance. Maybe they want to read the synopsis in advance, because we do perform our operas in their original languages for the most part, but we do have at the Harrison Opera House, we do have the translation of the score projected above the stage as super titles. For Opera in the Park, we won't be able to do that, but most of the things that we're doing are tunes that most people know. But at the park, all the entire time, we'll have some booths set up with information about each of the operas that we're doing this year: Aida, Hansel and Gretel, Orfeo by Philip Glass, our third selection, which we're really excited about, and the Mikado. So there'll be information that people can get. They can meet some of our staff who are behind the scenes and some of our guest artists as well.
Oh, it really is something for everyone, and also very informal, too. We want to stress that.
Very informal, and most importantly, what we want people to do is arrive early, bring their picnic basket, bring their lawn chairs and their blankets. We're going to have food and drink that we can sell at the park, although people can bring their own picnic baskets. And we want people to really enjoy what should be and what has been for at least the first 2 years a very beautiful evening at Town Point Park. And people, there's plenty of parking nearby, and I understand that one can also ride the tide very easily to Town Point Park from many points of Norfolk. So we had a big crowd last year, and we're expecting and hoping for a really big crowd this year. So this is our way of giving back to the community, and as well as introducing them to the beautiful music and theater that we do at the Harrison Opera House. 4 o'clock gates open. 6 o'clock the concert begins sharp, and it'll play until about 8 o'clock roughly.
All right, a great afternoon for everyone, families especially. The 3rd annual Opera in the Park presented by Virginia Opera. John, thank you very much for coming in.
Thank you very much for having me.